Hey guys, this is Angel bringing you another video on my high desert garden. I'm gonna try to keep this video very short, and it's gonna be about a very important subject, and this one's gonna be on growing directly in raised beds or directly into the ground when you live in a very dry climate like I do here in the high desert or any type of desert. Well, I almost feel obligated to make this video because for ever since I started this garden, my high desert garden channel on this platform, I've been advising all my followers to grow directly either into pots or raised beds. But I really wanted to share my opinion, my honest opinion. I'm not an expert, and I copy nature as I go. You know, just like I've been mentioning on my previous videos. But the reality is that you can do it both ways. You can grow in pots, raised beds, or even you can grow directly into the ground. There are some advantages from growing directly into raised beds, and that is because you have better control on what you're growing. You can do companion planting, you can do rows, you can add different types of organic matter into your soil that can come directly from your kitchen, like this eggshells. You can add worm castings. You can add fertilizers or organic fertilizers in my case. You can do a lot of different things. You can become very creative when you have a raised bed. And that is all good. Everything goes. Whatever you can do, whatever makes you happy, whatever works better for you. But the reality is that plants, they, besides the compost, besides the organic matter, besides the water, besides the fertilizers, the matter of fact is that plants also need minerals. And unfortunately, minerals, it's very hard to give your plants the proper amount of minerals that they need. If you are growing in containers, in pots, yes, you can add azomite, trace minerals. Like, I want to give a shout out to Jake Mays. Hopefully he can watch this video. I don't think so, but man, I've learned so many good things from Jake Mays and also from John Collar. Man, those guys, they are my inspiration. Because of them, I learned that plants also need lots of minerals for them to survive. And a lot of times you can provide minerals to your plants by adding dead leaves or dry leaves, because leaves they also provide lots of minerals for your plants because of their roots. They just absorb so many minerals and they just get dropped into the soil. One thing I've learned in 2026 is that you don't have to buy all the azomite, trace minerals. You don't have to buy Epsom salt and add it to your soil. Everything that you need is right here in your soil. All you gotta do, and once again, I'm not an expert, okay? I know I'm gonna be getting a lot of comments from a lot of people out there that actually know what they're talking about, but I'm talking based on my own experience. everything that you need, all the components, all the ingredients are here within your soil. Lots of minerals that are already in your soil. All you gotta do is be creative. Open up a trench, start adding a whole bunch of organic matter, anything that becomes available from your kitchen. If you want to add whatever you can do, just add it into the ground, and all you have to do is become creative. What I did last, I think it was back in December, here is where I had one of my rice beds. It was about a foot in height, and it would go from here all the way across. And every year I just kept adding more compost, and I just kept adding soil amendments. But last year I just became lazy. The raised bed, all the wood had rotten away. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't have time to go to Lowe's, and I decided to just open up a trench that went from there all the way to the other side right there. The space was about, let's see, about 2 feet by, oh my goodness, this is a very, very long area right here. So I did that, and all the old compost that I had within this raised bed, I just put it back on the trench, and I mixed it with the native soil. And this is the result right here, guys. Not only this idea is better in terms of retaining water, but the plants themselves are benefiting from all the minerals that are within the soil. I really want to hear your feedback about this experiment. This is the other side of my yard right here. Again, last year, all of this here was a raised bed. It was a foot in height, and it went from, well, you can see all the way to the end, all the way to here. I took it all down because most of the wood had rotten away, and it was just a waste. I could not reuse it anymore. Once again, I opened up a trench that went from there all along here across. It was about 2 feet in width, and the length, as you can see, is a pretty long raised bed. It would have cost me so much money to buy wood, 2x4 and concrete to build this raised bed. And look at the results. Look at that right there, guys. And all I did is just to mix all the old compost into this right here. Mixed with that. All the minerals that you have in the desert are concentrated onto my fruit. Everything that I grow is 100% organic. I do not regret doing this experiment on this side of the yard, and I really wanted to share this experiment with my followers. What I said in the past, that growing in raised beds is the only way in the desert, no. I take that back, and I really hope you guys can please comment and give me your opinions about this. A lot of the fruits that we eat, they need to have enough minerals. If you are growing directly in raised beds, it's good. That's what I've been doing for the past 14 years. But it requires more attention, more amendments that you have to keep adding to. Like you have to keep adding to your soil. And also one more thing I've noticed, and that is something that I mentioned on my previous video. I actually mentioned on my previous video tour for the month of July that for some reason my plants are becoming more pest resistant. For some reason, I have been noticing almost zero eggs behind the leaves within my plants, and I think it's because of the method that I'm using, because of the minerals that are in the soil. I don't know, guys. So that's the reason why I wanted to make this video, share it with the community, and I really want to get your opinion on this matter. This raised bed that is here is, yes, it is a raised bed, but I added, I think, 60% of the soil that is within this raised bed. It's native soil from my backyard. The rest is just decomposed leaves, branches, and everything that I can gather around my house. But yes, a good 60-70% is native soil. And look at the results. I will continue to grow in pots. Don't get me wrong. I've been doing it for the past 14 years. And now I'm not about to stop doing that. It's just so much easier. It's so much easier to keep control of certain plants like peppers. Peppers, they do not like too much water. And that's why I like to grow them in separate pots. But yeah, so this is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I would love to hear your reply on this video. Really, I'm gonna say this again. I am not an expert. I just learn as I go, and all I do is just trying to copy nature, and nature is telling me that everything that we need is right here. All you have to do is become creative and start mixing all types of organic matter, but don't forget that your plants need all the minerals that they can get from the native soil. Even our body is 30% water, 70% minerals. And look at us. We are healthy. We perform very well as humans, and all we are is just 70% minerals and 30% water. So just keep that in mind, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channels. I have noticed new subscribers, and if you like this content, please leave your likes, and also if you have any comments, any suggestions, I'll take them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next high desert garden video. Take care now. Bye-bye.